African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 27th of November, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Over the course of the day, the Ukrainian armed forces carried out 6 attacks using counterattack UAVs and carried out 2 strikes from barrel artillery on the territory of the Zaporizhzhya NPP and the settlement of Energodar. All unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down by air defense systems or suppressed by electronic warfare systems. There were no casualties or damage as a result of the provocation. The Zaporizhzhya Nuclear Power Plant personnel continue to work in the normal mode. The radiation situation near the nuclear power plant is normal. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Kharkiv direction inflicted defeat on the formations of the 92nd Airborne Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 5th Border Detachment of the Border Service of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Lipsy, Kazakya Lopan, and Slatino in the Kharkiv region. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 60 servicemen, 4 vehicles, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. An ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 43rd, 53rd, 60th, 63rd, 67th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 119th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Novosinovo, Bezremeno in the Kharkiv region, Kirovsk, Ivanovka, Krasny Lyman in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Serebryanskoye Forestry. They repelled 4 counterattacks by assault groups of the 14th, 116th Mechanized, 3rd Tank Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 1st National Guard Brigade. The enemy lost up to 450 troops, 3 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers, a Kozak armored fighting vehicle, 4 cars, a 155mm M198 howitzer, and a 105mm M119 gun made in the U.S. 2 Enclave and electronic warfare stations and 4 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, defeated the formations of the 28th, 54th Mechanized, 56th Motorized Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 37th Marine Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Konstantinovka, Kramatorsk, Andriivka, and Slavyansk of the Donetsk People's Republic. 3 counterattacks by units of the 24th Mechanized and 76th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to more than 400 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and 2 105mm M119 guns made in the USA. A missile and artillery weapons depot was destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces, as a result of successful actions, liberated the settlement of Novaya Ilyanka of the Donetsk People's Republic, defeated the manpower and equipment of the 151st Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 38th Marine Brigade, and the 132nd Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Dzержinsk, Sherbanovka, Leonidovka, and Dmitrov of the Donetsk People's Republic. They repelled 10 counterattacks by assault groups of the 53rd, 100th, 151st Mechanized, 59th Motorized Infantry, 25th Airborne Brigades, 49th Assault Battalion of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 35th Marine Brigade, and the Light Assault Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine. The enemy lost up to 415 servicemen, 7 vehicles, a 152mm D-20 gun, and 122mm howitzer D-30. Units of the East Military Group continued advancing deep into the enemy's defenses, defeated the formations of the 32nd Mechanized, 128th Mountain Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 241st Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Volnoy Pole, Komar in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Temirovka in the Zaporizhzhya region. 3 counterattacks by assault groups of the 23rd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 110th Territorial Defense Brigade were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 145 servicemen, 2 tanks, a US-made Max Pro armored combat vehicle, 3 vehicles, and a 152mm AUC3I self-propelled artillery unit. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 110th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 118th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Novoyakovlevka and Malaya Tokmachka in the Zaporizhzhya region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 65 servicemen, 3 vehicles, and a 122mm howitzer D-30. The electronic warfare station Bukovlad was destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces groups damaged the infrastructure of military airfields, as well as concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 144 areas. Air defense systems shot down 54 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 649 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 36,773 unmanned aerial vehicles, 586 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,515 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,492 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 18,631 field artillery and mortar guns, and 28,762 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.